What's up, everybody? Zheng here. Welcome back to Daily Wisdom. Today, we're going to be discussing the science of success, how your attitude shapes your results. So, if that sounds like something interesting, like to share this, subscribe to our YouTube for this and a lot more as well too. Let's dive into this. So, I wonder, have you ever heard the saying, "Your attitude determines your altitude"? All right, and it's important to have a good one, right? Whether it's on a sports team, whether it's in your life, and especially in your business, it's very evident that there's something about attitude in relation to our results. But what is attitude? How do you develop a good one? Is it just thinking everything's amazing and having a positive outlook on things? Or is it something more? So, we want to dive into how to actually develop an attitude that can help you to 10x your results. What does attitude actually mean? How is it comprised? So let's go into this. Now, attitude is better described as a combination of a couple of things. Attitude is shaped by this. Number one, your thoughts. It's very evident that attitude first starts as thoughts. You have to think good thoughts. You have to think good wins. You have to think good things, right? So I want to ask, for our businesses, for our lives, are we anticipating? Are we expecting today the results that we actually want to have? So I like to challenge people to imagine that you can 10x your results. Why not? Why not? You see, most of us fail in life, Les Brown says, not because we aim too high and we hit. Most of us fail because we aim too short and we hit that. Right? So expect that something amazing is going to happen. Success will never happen if we don't expect it. So let's just start that. In fact, if you're willing to accept the thought that you can even 10x your results, then put a 10 in the comments, whether live or on replay. So, first, attitude does start with what you're thinking about. Now, it starts in the conscious mind, but it can't just linger there because we've all set goals before. We've all been well intentioned. We've all written them down. Right now, as I'm doing this is February 20th on President's Day. It's almost 2 months into the new year already, right? And to be honest, most of us have already forgotten about those New Year's resolutions, if you even thought about writing them down in the very beginning. But it has to go from a conscious thought, something you're thinking about with your intelligent mind, to a subconscious thought. A subconscious thought is something that is actually tied with emotion. It's something you've locked in. It's something that's become a part of you. You've accepted it to be a part of that. Now, subconscious is 95% of your thoughts. Did you know you think 60,000 thoughts a day? And 95 plus of those are subconscious, meaning you don't need any active energy to even think about it. So have you accepted it subconsciously? How do you do that? With emotion. With emotion. So you accept this idea of a 10x result. You get excited about it. You get thrilled about it. You believe that you can get there. Now we're getting into attitude. So you think about the 10x results. You accept it subconsciously. You're like, it's done. One of my other friends, he has built tens of millions of dollars worth of business for himself. And he has a saying where he says, it's already done. It's already done. So in your mind, accept it. It's already done. The mind does not know the difference of something that is in your mind versus something that's actually in this physical reality. So when the moment that you take this new idea, just accept, done, as if you're already there. That's how you know you've truly accepted something, and that's how you know you've lodged it into the subconscious. Okay, then how else do you develop your attitude? Is it just simply writing a goal? Is it just simply accepting that this goal is done? No, it cannot just stay there. Attitude, then, what happens is if you accepted a reality to be true, then there's going to be certain actions that are going to happen. Let me use a simple example. For those of us we all have a certain paradigm, which is a set of commonly held beliefs about ourselves in all areas of our life. Let's use weight as an example, right? Each of us have a set point. Paradigms are like thermostats. Each of us have a set point to the weight that you believe you should be at. And this is interesting. Have you noticed that if you either go a little bit above that set point or go a little bit below, you start to then trigger certain thoughts and actions that will lead you to go back to that set point. So let's say you overate over the weekend. It's President's Day weekend. You're having parties with your family. You're eating a little bit too much. I did. And you look at the scale, you're like, oh, or maybe you feel a little bit too flabby, or maybe you're like, oh, I just don't feel the best. You know what happens? Your subconsciously held beliefs, your paradigm, your set point, your thermostat kicks in. And all of a sudden, you're like frustrated. All of a sudden, you feel a little anxious and you get inspired through an emotion to take an action of maybe going on a diet. Maybe you want to move a little bit more. Maybe you're going to fast a little bit more. Have you noticed that before? You kind of automatically start to move in a certain direction. So what happens is actions are then inspired. Actions then go out there and they're inspired to move you into a certain direction. This is when you know your attitude is actually being tuned a certain way. So the same with your business, the same with your results. It should be that what happens is you take a look at your results, and let's say you have a business and you want to 10x them. You look at your income, you look at your results, you're like, oh, this is not okay. And then you get inspired to then take an action to move and to change the result. There is a science to achievement. There is a science to success. And an attitude it comprises of your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. And when you put all three of them together, that is an attitude. And it's this game-winning attitude that if you develop it and it's tuned in with the results that you want, you will then start to move into that direction of success. I hope this makes sense. Success is not this, attitude is not this like flimsy, whimsical, let me just feel good all day, that type of thing, right? It's not just putting a smile on your face, feeling all positive and all that type of stuff. If you just have a lot of good thoughts and a lot of good emotions with no action, that's called being delusional, my friend. You must pair your attitude. Your attitude of major part of that is your actions. So go back into this formula and think, is it my thoughts that I'm choosing to believe or not believe? Is it my emotions that are affiliated, associated with those thoughts? Or is it my actions that are aligned with those thoughts as well too? Just take a look at those. It's a 3-step formula: thoughts, emotions, and actions. These three things are called attitude. And if these three things are together, if with the right attitude, you just give it some time, and it'll either move you towards your goal of success or move you away from it. So I want us to think today, how is our attitude? Is our attitude moving us in the direction of where we want it to go? Or is it moving us in the direction that we don't want to go? And to be honest, for many of us, the attitude is probably not in the right direction right now. Because if you're not seeing the results that you want to see, all these yield a result. Your attitude will always yield a result. If you're getting results that you don't want to have right now, the saying is, if you keep on doing what you're doing, you're going to keep on getting what you're getting. So I suggest that we not do that anymore. Can I get an amen to that? So tune this up, and you can. It's a formula for winning. Think, if I'm not getting the results that I want, let's say it's a 10x result, that means my actions are off. Why am I not doing that? Okay. Well, it's probably because I'm not even feeling like I'm not even being inspired to take that action. Okay, why is that the case? Okay, and you go back. What do I actually believe is true? Do I even believe that I can have a 10x result? Probably not. In fact, many times we have thoughts that are totally limiting us. We think it's too late. I can't do this. It's impossible, blah, blah, blah. I suggest that we turn that around. And I challenge you today to just start from the tip of the spear, which is accept the fact that you can achieve spectacular results. You can 10x your result with less hustle. You can do so much better than what it is that we're already doing. But it must first start with a thought that is then accepted, that then yields to an emotion, that then yields to actions with our hands, that then yields to result. But let's start at the tip of the spear today. That is attitude. That is how you achieve success. That's how you start to tune this in so you have that quote unquote game winning attitude. So I hope this helps. Hope this was a good check. If you like this, you also love a free video that talks more about results and talks more about how to actually really do this, how to achieve these types of 10x results in your life. If you like a free video, then just message me or comment below the word success, and I'll give that to you. And if you enjoyed this, like this, share this, and subscribe to my YouTube, because with this plus a ton of other daily wisdom out there to help you achieve the results that you're absolutely capable of. I believe it's important that you succeed. I believe it's important that you take it to the next level, because we've all been given God-given talents and opportunities to be able to express. So it is important that you become successful. All right, everybody. Other than that, this is a President's Day, so happy President's Day. But we'll see you guys on the next one. Talk soon.